Hi guys, and welcome back to TomTalks. Make sure to go like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And today we're going to be talking about the new James Bond film, No Time to Die. Now, I did watch this a while ago, and I was going to review this at the time, but I didn't, because I wanted to get a music-based blog out first, and I have done now, so here you go. This is the fifth of the Daniel Craig films, and his last, of course. Yeah, this unlike most Bond films, like this, his whole entire arc has been sort of a connected storyline, and this has a lot of throwbacks to Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, Spyfall, especially Spectre as well, the last film. And yeah, summary. Pretty good. Very good film. Definitely one of my favourites of his. Because Quantum of Solace and Spectre are both films... I don't really remember Quantum of Solace. I just remember thinking it was fine. Spectre I saw at the cinema once. I thought it was okay. I thought it was fine. It was decent. It's not a film that makes me think, oh, I want to go back and watch that. So clearly there was something missing there. Casino Royale was a very good film. I enjoyed that a lot. Skyfall the same. This isn't quite as good as those two films, but it's very good, and it does a solid job for me. So, Daniel Craig returns. Daniel Craig, you know what to expect from him in this part now, and I think he does pretty well. Léa Seydoux returns as the love interest, and I think it's a lot more interesting, this one, because there's sort of one sort of love interest, and there's a lot more depth, there's a lot more character to their relationship, especially in the last one. Because in the last one, they didn't have that much chemistry between them, but that has definitely improved in this film, and it definitely feels like there's history there, and it definitely feels more like a relationship and less of a sort of typical Bond thing, where like they have a fling and they're there because reasons. I think just the writing has improved with female characters on this. I think Phoebe Waller-Bridge was the writer on this. She did Fleabag. And she's given the characters, like even Ana de Armas, who's sort of another Bond girl, Bond woman-esque character. Like, she's got character. Even though she appears for a little bit, she's very good. She has character. And there's nothing even to do. There's a few little banter back and forth, but it's not typical like, oh, Miss Moneypenny, you're looking good today. That was fucking cringe, but you know, my imitation of a Sean Connery accent there. But there's a bit more to it than just flirting and sort of probably unacceptable behaviour in today's society. So yeah, other characters. I thought the returning characters, Ben Whishaw as Q, Ralph Fiennes as M, and Naomi Harris as Moneypenny, I thought they all came back, they all did their thing. They weren't as big parts as the film as before, and to be honest, I think Judi Dench is much better than Ralph Fiennes as M. Ralph Fiennes is a more sort of straight to the point, very moody character, whereas Judi Dench, his version of M, was a lot more interesting, kind of a lot more about her. But he's good. Naomi Harris is good as Moneypenny. She works well. I think she brings a bit of something to the character that there wasn't previously there. And Ben Whishaw does his thing as well. And Lashana Lynch is the main new character. No, one of the main new characters. She's the new 007, and it's a good back and forth between her and Craig. I think they work well. They sort of clash, but they also sort of respect one another. It's a good dynamic, and I think it works very well. And then we got Rami Malek as the villain. Not the most memorable. I don't think he's... So, actually, no. He was good, and Rami Malek is a good actor. He brought something. He brought a bit of fear and a bit of terror to the character. Like, you could tell he was a despicable person, and you were interested in him. But I don't know, I think there could have been more there to him. Like, for example, with Mads Mikkelsen in Casino Royale or Javier Bardem in Skyfall. There were more interesting characters, they had much more in-depth backstories, and they just came across more like human villains, whereas Rami Malek, he's not generic, but it is a bit sort of like, haha, I am evil. And we don't really know why you're evil. Well, we sort of do, but it's not got into much detail. And also, like, Rami Malek appears at the start when Léa Seydoux's character is a child, and then he comes back in when she's an adult and he looks the same. It's a tad bit distracting, because it's like, Rami Malek, I'm pretty sure is younger than you, or the same age. So it's a bit weird. It's not too much of a deterrence. But, you know, it's like I said, little things could have improved on. The time, the film is quite long. I think it's almost 3 hours, but it doesn't feel long. Like, it flows very well. The pacing is good. The action set pieces work very well. I thought they were very good. And sort of the transitions, the sort of callbacks, the sort of round the world cross-country visits, I think they all work well. They all add to the story. And the finale, pretty solid. It's fun. There's stakes. And there's a bit of emotion too. And yeah, overall, I enjoyed this film a lot. Thought it was a lot of fun. Thought everyone did their thing. It's not the best Bond film by any means. It's certainly not the worst. And it's a very good conclusion to the Daniel Craig saga. Overall, I'd give it a 7.5/8. Not 100% sure which way I'd go. One day I might say an 8, another I might say 7.5. But yeah, it's really good. It's still in cinemas as well. You want to go watch it. And yeah, that's all. Let me know what you think of my review. Let me know what you think of the film in the comments. And yeah, until next time. This has been another TomTalks.